The Hagia Sophia is one of the most breathtaking structures in the world, admired for its immense dome, majestic mosaics, and stunning architecture. To millions, it is a symbol of faith, beauty, and cultural legacy. But beneath its polished marble and golden tiles lies a story that is far darker and more complicated than most people realize. The Hagia Sophia has been at the heart of empires, wars, and religious struggles for nearly 1,500 years, and its walls still whisper secrets that historians are only beginning to uncover. What if I told you that this masterpiece was never just a church, never just a mosque, and never merely a museum? What if the Hagia Sophia is actually the embodiment of centuries of political intrigue, hidden agendas, and struggles for dominance? The truth about the Hagia Sophia is not a story of peace, but of conquest, betrayal, and transformation. At the core of the Hagia Sophia's story is the Byzantine Emperor Justinian I, who ordered its construction in 532 AD after a violent uprising nearly tore Constantinople apart. The city, already one of the most important centers of the ancient world, was left in ruins after the Nika riots, during which tens of thousands of people were massacred in the Hippodrome. To reassert his power, Justinian decided to build a monument so grand that no one could question his authority. The Hagia Sophia became not just a place of worship, but a declaration of dominance, designed to show that both God and the empire stood behind him. Yet from the very beginning, the building was not only about religion, but also about politics, propaganda, and control. Its enormous dome was a marvel of engineering, appearing to float as if suspended from heaven itself. To Justinian's subjects, it was said to be a sign that the emperor's power came directly from God. But some whispered that the techniques used to build such a massive structure were borrowed from older civilizations, and that even hidden knowledge, what some call lost science, was used to complete it. As centuries passed, the Hagia Sophia became far more than a church. It became the spiritual and political heart of the Byzantine Empire. Coronations of emperors took place under its great dome, and priests used its pulpit to spread the authority of both church and state. But it was also a place of hidden rituals. Byzantine chroniclers spoke of secret chambers beneath the building, used not only to store relics, but also to conceal treasures, documents, and perhaps even the bones of saints. Modern researchers have confirmed that there are indeed underground tunnels and crypts beneath the Hagia Sophia, many of which remain sealed to this day. What lies within them is still a mystery, fueling speculation that they could hold artifacts capable of rewriting history. The golden mosaics of Hagia Sophia tell yet another layer of its secret history. On the surface, they appear as simple expressions of faith: Christ, the Virgin Mary, and angels depicted in breathtaking artistry. But closer examination reveals symbols that do not entirely belong to Christianity. Some experts argue that pagan motifs, sun-discs, astrological signs, and geometric patterns were deliberately incorporated into the artwork. Could this mean that the Hagia Sophia was designed to be more than a Christian church, but rather a continuation of older spiritual traditions disguised within the empire's new faith? Some believe that Justinian and his architects fused ancient knowledge with Christian belief to create a building that embodied both the old and the new, making it a spiritual weapon as much as a physical one. The fall of Constantinople in 1453 changed the course of Hagia Sophia's story forever. When the Ottoman Turks, led by Sultan Mehmed II, stormed the city, one of their first acts was to enter the Hagia Sophia. According to chroniclers, thousands of people had taken refuge inside the church, believing it to be sacred and untouchable. But the invaders turned it into a mosque almost immediately. Crosses were torn down, Christian mosaics were plastered over, and Islamic calligraphy was painted across its walls. Yet even in its transformation, Hagia Sophia's secrets remained. For centuries, those mosaics stayed hidden behind layers of paint and plaster, preserved in darkness until the 20th century. When they were uncovered, many appeared almost miraculously intact, as if time itself had conspired to protect them. Some suggest that Ottoman rulers knew of their value and preserved them deliberately, perhaps even as a symbol of respect for the building's past. But others whisper of stranger possibilities, that the mosaics were never meant to vanish, and their reappearance was part of a plan centuries in the making. Throughout Ottoman rule, Hagia Sophia was not just a mosque, but a symbol of conquest. Yet it also became the center of stories that still unsettle historians. Some claim that the Ottomans discovered strange relics beneath its floors, objects so powerful that they were kept secret from the public. Rumors spread of ancient manuscripts, possibly predating both Christianity and Islam, hidden away in the Sultan's private collections. Others claim that mystical energies emanated from the building itself, with its perfect proportions and acoustic design amplifying more than just sound. Could the Hagia Sophia have been built as a kind of energy chamber, designed to channel forces we barely understand? When the Ottoman Empire collapsed and modern Turkey was founded in the early 20th century, Hagia Sophia underwent another transformation. In 1935, it was converted into a museum by Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, the father of modern Turkey. For the first time in centuries, both Christian and Islamic elements of the building were revealed together. The mosaics that had been hidden were restored, standing side by side with the Islamic calligraphy, making Hagia Sophia appear as a bridge between religions. But even then, not everything was made public. Archaeologists working in Hagia Sophia reported finding sealed rooms, strange markings, and evidence of subterranean passageways that stretched far beyond the building itself. Some of these reports were quietly silenced, leading many to believe that what lies beneath Hagia Sophia might still be too controversial to reveal. One of the most fascinating and unsettling aspects of Hagia Sophia's history is the prophecy surrounding it. According to Byzantine legend, the last Christian liturgy held in Hagia Sophia before the fall of Constantinople was interrupted by invading soldiers. It was said that the priest carrying out the service vanished into the walls of the church, only to return when Hagia Sophia would once again become a Christian church. For centuries, believers held on to this story, interpreting it as a sign that the building's destiny was not yet fulfilled. Today, with Hagia Sophia converted once again into a mosque in 2020, these prophecies continue to spark debates about its future. Is the building doomed to remain a battleground of faith, or does it hold a role yet to be revealed? The secrets of Hagia Sophia are not only buried in its walls, but also encoded in its architecture. The orientation of the building aligns with solstices and celestial events in ways that cannot be accidental. Some scholars argue that Hagia Sophia's design incorporates ancient knowledge of astronomy and sacred geometry, making it a cosmic map as well as a place of worship. Why would architects in the 6th century go to such lengths unless they were trying to encode something eternal into the building itself? Perhaps Hagia Sophia was never meant to belong to one empire or one religion, but to stand as a key to mysteries that span all of human history. Even today, the Hagia Sophia continues to generate controversy and tension. Its repeated transformations, church, mosque, museum, and mosque again, show that it is not just a building, but a symbol of power, faith, and identity. But the deeper story is one that still remains untold. The hidden chambers beneath it, the preserved mosaics, the rumors of lost relics, and the mysterious symbols embedded in its design all suggest that Hagia Sophia is far more than meets the eye. Its very survival through earthquakes, wars, and political upheaval seems almost miraculous, as if it is protected by something beyond human control. And perhaps that is the greatest secret of all. The Hagia Sophia is not merely a masterpiece of architecture or a relic of the empire's past. It is a puzzle, one that refuses to be solved. Each time historians think they have uncovered its truth, new mysteries emerge from its depths. The question remains, is Hagia Sophia simply a monument of stone and marble? Or is it a vessel holding knowledge that could change how we understand not just history, but the very nature of human civilization? As you reflect on this, consider this thought. Monuments are often built to inspire awe, but the greatest monuments are built to guard secrets. The Hagia Sophia has stood for nearly 1,500 years, not because it is just beautiful, but because it still has something left to reveal. Perhaps one day those sealed chambers will be opened. Perhaps one day the world will learn what has been hidden beneath its stones for centuries. Until then, the Hagia Sophia remains a living enigma, one of the most powerful symbols of mystery and history that humanity has ever created.